It's winter, it's cold, it's wet, it's 4 o'clock and I'm already running out of light. So let's get straight into it. Take the wheels off, take the brakes off, because in this video we're going to be replacing the front and rear discs and pads on the MX-5 along with a brand new set of handbrake cables to make this car drivable. So here we have the front brakes and the rear brakes. Now, not only am I going to replace the discs and the pads all around, but I'm also going to take off the calipers. I refurbish them using some caliper rebuild kit because they are very seized. I can barely spin this disc with the breaker bar. Because I want to replace the seals on the calipers, I need to take the pistons out. What I've done here, before disconnecting the brake line, I pumped the brakes until the piston popped out into the bucket. And now I've put that there to seal the brake system. I'm gonna pump the brakes again and see the piston pop out. So I've taken the piston out, the caliper is in the bucket, and I've taken a bolt, a nut, 2 washers, put it through the brake line, and that sealed it clearly well enough because I've done that on the other side. And we've managed to do this. So let's move on to the rear. I had to take out this little slider pin out there, then the caliper moved up, slid out, had to remove the handbrake cable from this bracket here built into the caliper, and then pop the piston out and disconnect the brake line. Behind me I have the front and rear calipers along with the carriers all taken apart on the desk, ready to be restored. The front 2 calipers, the rear 2 calipers, the rear carriers, the front carriers, the front pistons, the rear pistons, and all of these seals which we will replace, because if you have a close look they are very worn, very rusty. I've got these caliper rebuild kits. They have the main seals, they don't have the ones for the slider pins, so we're going to be reusing those, but apart from that we're going to freshen these up very nicely. I'm going to be using electrolysis to clean the rust off of these calipers, which means putting all the rusty parts into this bath of water with bicarbonate soda mixed into it, which makes it conductive, and then you hook it up to a car battery which is hooked up to a charger, and then you're kind of like cycling electricity through the water. And that's meant to pull the rust off of the calipers and onto that positive stick. It's now been 24 hours since I've thrown all of those bits into there, and we've got a lot of rust gathering up on the surface of the water. So let's go ahead, take them out and see what the results are like. Oh wow, that is quite decent. To be honest, they don't look too amazing just yet, but hopefully that's also softened up the rust. So I'm going to go at it with a wire brush a bit and see what the results are like. And here we are after using the wire brush to knock all of that rust off. Visually the electrolysis didn't do much, but it definitely made removing the rust with the wire brush easier. Anyway, next up's paint. Here we have all the carriers and the calipers painted in high temperature silver. I wasn't going to go for red because I think silver is going to suit the car way better. Now let's go ahead and put them back together and install the new seals. With all 4 calipers somewhat rebuilt, it was time to move on and actually fit the new brakes to the car. With the front and the rear brakes fitted to the car, we're going to move on and do the handbrake cables before we bleed the brakes. We're going to have to take this little plastic thing off to get to the handbrake cable behind it. I then had to get underneath the car to remove the old handbrake cables, and there was like no space to record. It was a very awkward job, so I basically didn't film anything. I'm very happy to be able to say that we've done the front, rear brakes, discs and pads, bled the brakes, adjusted the handbrake adjuster on the rear calipers, and the brakes are now all done. I did put the car down, tested the new brakes, And now it's back up on jack stands because I had to bleed it again because I didn't do it properly the first time. I did clean the wheels, they look way better now. The discs have slight surface rust because it's been raining, but now the brakes are all done. I'm now investigating the power steering leak, which is causing the power steering to not work. Long story short, I topped up the power steering fluid to see what would happen, to see how fast the leak was, and by the time I put the entire fluid in, half of it was already like under the car. The car is back on the ground. I've tested the brakes are good, handbrake is good. However, the ABS light is still there. I've gone on the forums and figured this out. If I come over to this diagnostics little panel here and cross those two pins together, just like that, we will now get a code from the ABS light. So it's gone off, one long flash and a quick flash, which means code 11. Code 11 means we need to replace the ABS sensor for the driver's side front wheel. I disconnected the connector for the ABS sensor right there. I measured resistance on both of them. That one was good, that one was way off, so there definitely is an issue with the sensor. I'm fairly confident that I know what I need to do to turn off this ABS light, but I'm going to end this video here. I've actually managed to book this car in for an NCT in like 5 days. For those of you who don't know, the NCT is the Irish roadworthiness test, which means that we now still have a lot of work to do, but not a lot of time left to do. So make sure to subscribe, because in the next video we're going to get this thing into somewhat presentable condition and taking it in for its first ever test in 13 years. So it's definitely going to be fairly interesting. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.